All right. What's up, party people? Welcome to Xuanzang's Tower. Glad to be here. Glad to see y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. Looking forward to another fun class. Today we've got exciting classes with Ben Kramer and Wordsmith, and two amazing texts, logic and mind only. So it's not going to be easy. Get your minds ready for some gymnastics. And let's check in with the boss. Where are you, boss? Are we set up over there? Hey, Ben.
Hey, dude, how are you? I'm ready
Pretty
to
good.
go.
That's
It's all gonna
cool.
work out. It's okay.
Definitely will. We could start with the homework, because I think
You don't
everybody,
think Geshe Michael's gonna be really upset if he doesn't get to see the homework?
he will.
Hmm.
He's going to be really bummed to miss it.
I know.
But I
I
think
know. Okay, you
he'll
you
have to
talked
talk.
me into it.
Yeah,
I suspect by the time we get through it,
I
we'll
think
have
he'll
our
be. Yeah,
ducks
he'll
in
be
a
here in
row.
time to critique your translation. I reckon.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Hmm.
Uh-oh.
I
Never
know.
mind. Never mind.
Okay. I don't mind if you don't. Well, brace yourselves, everybody. Um, Question number one. What absurd consequence does our author offer to dispute the mistaken idea that one could use the presence of fire's cause to deny the presence of a cold feeling? Um, so I'll watch in the chat and I'll stall for a moment for answers. But an a hypothetical opponent maybe says, can I use a cause as proof? Can I use fire's cause, the fact that fire's cause is present? Can I use that to deny that someone on the mountain over there is chilly? Oh, wow, Oscar, very nice. And by using the original language, you give someone else an opportunity to use the English. Look at that cutting. Great. Yeah. So does that mean that if there's a piece of firewood, you must not be cold? No, right? Of course, it doesn't mean that. So that's the absurd consequence he offers. How about the term used here for mistaken reasoning? Hi, boss, you're there.
Hey,
It's
hey,
good to
hey.
see you. Um, I'm just trying to power through the homework so that we can devote our time to hanging out with you.
We can.
Yeah.
Is all around. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Um, sure. The assembled students were using the opportunity to stall so that they didn't have to offer this term given for mistaken reasoning. There are a couple options.
Hmm.
This would almost be like, I think, like delusional reasoning or something, um, would be the taste of it. That's okay. I won't make you wait forever. Someone's got notes. Oscar, it's okay if you answer more than once, even though you're maybe translating. Mhm. And juggle and drink water at the same time. It's okay. Sure. Right. You got it. Tropa Chengi Tensik. Uh, all right. Next question. What is the name of the type of reason in which the presence of fire is used to deny the result of cold? So, for example, uh, over on that mountain over there, uh, Ain't nobody got goosebumps because there's fire there. What's that type of a reason called?
Hmm.
I know what it is, but I'm not. You're not
Good.
offering money, so why start bothering?
No.
A contradictory cause and result, something like that. So,
Nice.
mhm,
Great. Yes, a reason by the presence of a contradictory cause. That, um, yeah, fire as a cause of a hot feeling
mhm.
contradicts the possibility of a cold feeling. Um,
Gyeowae Gyuki
okay.
Tensei. Gyungel Mikpei Tensei. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. Uh, great. Um, seems like that would traditionally be a question mark instead of a comma. What is the name of the type of reason in which the presence of smoke is used to deny the result of cold? Look at that mountain over there.
Oh,
Sure is a bunch of smoke. So there must not be cold sensation or
Bui Gel
goosebumps.
Mikpei Tak.
Uh, yeah, great. Yeah, nice. A reason by the presence of a result that contradicts the cause. Yeah,
Gyeowae Juebu. Okay, I got it.
I'm afraid so. Good.
Mhm.
Okay, I put in a bonus one just because it seemed like it was important to leave off where we left off. What other qualifications are necessary in order for smoke to refute the sensation of cold? Is just saying there's smoke enough to refute the sensation of cold, or is there anything else we would need to properly refute the sensation of cold? Hey, there's no cold because there's smoke. Is that enough? Or do I need something else? And what else might I need?
Lindsay said lots of smoke.
Hmm.
Uh, lots of smoke makes the list. I think you could put that on the list, but there are some other key elements that are in the chat. Nobody look. Utpala saved you already. Uh,
On the mountain.
Cool.
yeah, on the mountain is one of them. Yeah, on the mountain is a place. And what we need in sort of in addition to place, in addition to maybe you could say circumstance could be a whole darn lot of smoke. And Utpala gave you the other option, which is time, when the smoke should be happening now. And if the smoke was happening last Thursday, it could still be cold up there now, or could be cold
Should not,
again.
the observer should not be paralyzed.
Right. Yeah. Cool. So now I'm going to switch to
Uh-oh.
translation mode, telling me uh-oh. I'm telling you uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Geshe Michael, your mic is pretty low for some reason.
yeah.
There's many reasons.
Mm-hmm. So,
It's low in a particular time and place that's problematic for us.
I don't know if I should unmute. No, sorry. Okay.
That didn't solve the
uh,
problem.
yeah, you being muted might be it.
But if I unmute,
Oh,
we get other problems. So
that was
Mm.
better. A little bit better. Um,
hello, hello. Okay. Oh, uh, read it, please, Ben.
Okay. Ni pasun ni du ngepar dupa la ni yang daki ke par sun duma dupa gakpatang harnan gi ke par yang dak tu dupa gakpao.
Good. What's some new? Oh, let's translate. Here is the second session on the division of correct logical statements. We will demonstrate. Should I turn my volume down? Yeah, I guess. How's that? Is that better? Can you hear me, Ben?
I do. I hear you.
And that
Okay.
is better. Whatever you just did got rid of some echo. So
Okay, let's just leave it like that. Here in the second section, division of correct logical statements. Let's read the correct logic here. Okay, good. Yanda ki kye parsim de manduba gakba. Two parts include denying that there are more divisions to be included among the three correct ones, and then a denial that things should be included among the corrections. Yeah, nice. Okay, good. By the way,
Okay.
just I would probably read it as a singular. That the quality of being mistaken. The particular type, which is called mistaken reasons, should not be added understood as a fourth type of reasons. So
Oh yeah, cool.
that's all. He's covering Kirpar. So
Yeah, okay. So Tarnangi
for our audience,
doesn't count as a category.
yeah, we're not going to count it
Okay.
as a fourth one. What are the three types of correct reasons? But
Oh,
go here. I will give huh? Any kind of correct reason. Good day,
uh,
mami. Good day, mami. What?
uh,
Rangshin, mami.
yeah, right. Right. So
Day,
by
Rangshin.
result,
Day, Rangshin.
result,
Result, Rangshin, nature,
identity, nature,
mami,
yeah,
and mami. Mami.
and a proof for the absence of something.
Yeah, those are the three kinds of correct reasons. Okay, you can either give you can give a reason which points to a result. You can give a reason which points to something which is essentially the same, or you can point to something which is absent. Okay, those are the three classical types of logic, and you use them all day, all the time. You use them every time you have a conversation with somebody, and you don't know you're using them. Then there's a position in ancient times by some non-Buddhists and even some Buddhists who say that mistaken logic should be listed as one of the four types of correct logic. Okay, as it's one of the types of reasons should include bad reasons, and we're going to prove that that's a bad idea. Okay, all right, Mr. Ben.
Okay. Yeah. Dangbo ngachila tembe tupang. I guess I struggled with this, but I guess this is disproving arguments about the dependence of the later on the former, on things that happen later, the way they depend on things that happened before, something
Uh,
like that.
Offhand, I would read Nachi like Tsadang or Chiang. I would read it as a noun composed by the two opposites. Yeah,
Oh, time
yeah,
progression.
relative time. Yeah.
Okay.
The word
Yeah.
for relative time is early late.
Sequence or something?
The word for temperature is hot cold. The word for height is high low. Like that. I think it's just that.
Okay.
On
Okay.
on sequence. It's sequence.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, great.
All right. Let's not first because
Okay.
there's no
Uh,
way in 100 years we'd get it correct anyway.
okay.
By the way, I
Uh,
mean, I'll point out something painfully obvious to me.
yes.
The reason, as I mentioned, the reason I use Geshe Yeshe Wangchuk's commentary to this incredibly difficult, huge, massive foundational work on logic from 1500 years ago is that he explains every single word. He goes through every single word. And he's the only person I've ever seen go through every single word. And I helped edit his book. But in the last 500 years, it's the best. And it seems, Ben, that at the beginning of the book, he didn't intend to make a word commentary.
Okay.
So he leaves us with no explanation of some of the verses, unless he's going to do it somehow again, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'll just kind of pretend he's going to and not worry about it.
Okay.
Because
Great.
otherwise, to translate your book, we're going to have to go to another commentary for the
Yeah.
first, okay, which is a pain in
Right.
the logic.
Yeah. I
Uh,
see. Good.
so who's going to read this next verse? Not the verse, Ben, but the commentary.
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking in the chat. I'm looking. Oh, Dodo, would you read? Here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
戒备斥戒贴，点地达样，达拉松度嘛耶白均没得，嗯，捏啥捏啥捏啥去旅居，些错吧，仓位行得让这呢去。牛骨给容，就被让身体答应，写点别去。
Very
Nice.
nice, sir.
Okay, cool. So let's go through. These lines demonstrate that we are not guilty of being imprecise, about there being three types of correct reasons. Good. This is because the lines explain that if we take a field with barley, right, and understood barley seed,
Yeah.
I can't, I'm sorry. Every time someone, anyway, soil, water, fertilizer, warmth, and moisture as proof that its result would be appropriate.
Yeah. Its result, right, um, the nukuke, sorry, the draine nukuke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could you put this into a logical statement? Okay. And by the way,
Yeah,
I
right.
it's exciting and it's difficult and it's the best thing you can do to see emptiness. And you don't believe me, so that's okay.
Yeah, consider the starting uh of oh, I guess it's consider that field, that farmer's field. It is a, an it is appropriate or suitable for the starting of a barley sprout because it is a field complete with barley, soil, water, fertilizer, warmth, and moisture.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take this field. It's fit to grow a crop
Yeah.
because there's all these other things. There's earth, there's water, there's fertilizer, there's tertiary warmth. Okay, sufficient warmth. Okay.
Okay.
Those have completed. Now, this is weird because Kirung is, how does Kirung differ from K? He's not trying to prove that it grows. He's trying to prove that it's fit to grow. Okay? And that's a delicate thing. Okay? Fit to grow, he's not trying to prove something changing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? The fact that it's fit to grow, which is
Mm-hmm.
unchanging. Facts are unchanging. Okay? The sky is blue is permanent, or is the sky is blue changing or unchanging?
Unchanging.
It's unchanging. You know, truths are unchanging. Okay, got it? The sky is blue is not a changing thing. The fact that, you know, happiness lasts for a few seconds is an unchanging thing. Okay? It's a truth which doesn't change. Got it?
Mhm.
So that's why you can say here we're dealing with natures and not with cause and effect. Okay.
Mhm.
Fit to grow
Yeah.
crops is a quality. Okay. Growing
Uh-huh.
or growing is a changing thing. Okay. It's the difference
Yeah.
between something changing or proving something which is a fact. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Being
Okay.
a field with all the good stuff automatically means being a place where this barley could grow, may
Yeah.
grow.
Could is the key word here. Could grow,
Yeah.
which is a
Yeah.
fact. Makes it a fact. Growable instead of
Uh,
growing. Okay.
mm,
Very delicate. It's a very delicate idea. Okay. Okay. Good.
mm.
So that
Well,
somehow this example came up because someone is trying to prove that there are other types of reasons
yeah.
aside from the classical three. The three that involve cause and effect, the three that involve things that are equivalent and perhaps unchanging, possibly unchanging, and then the one about proving that something's not there or something's not something. And he's headed towards a fourth one. Somebody wants to posit a fourth one. And this is a very, very famous debate in the history of thought, thinking. How do you think? Okay, and someone's going to try to introduce a fourth one. That's what
So,
this. Yeah.
so it seems like the opponent is trying to get away with using a cause as a reason instead of a result by saying that a field is a cause, that all those things together are a complete set of causes.
I'm not sure.
Uh,
I'm not sure which one he is. I'm
okay.
not sure. I gotta see it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Should
sure.
we go to the next session?
I'm not sure which one he's trying to add. Okay.
Okay. All right, sure. Here, I'll put this in the next page. I've got one last little bit here from you. Um, mhm.
Who's gonna read, Ben?
Okay.
Just
Cutting, would you read?
page 30.
Here.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Cutting, would you read that? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Shepet sik che date suk pat sang wei xing yin na ngang nupa ngur wadang drel ne mugu ke do parten no.
Yeah, good bartend. No, really nice.
Yeah, and you can see with what Ben has put into bold text that our author, our commentator, is trying to include the words of the ancient root text by Dharmakirti. Okay, and
Mhm.
and he's not consistent, and he does some pieces of the first two lines, and then he doesn't do the next two lines. Okay, so Sikche De. These lines explain that even if you have a field with this complete collision, its ability to produce a spout, still must come. Even if something is a field which has all the necessary. And by the way, this is a famous argument, just because all the necessary elements are present, does that prove a result has occurred?
No, and here the root text helps us in a way it seems the commentary doesn't.
Yeah, and by the way, I mean it's a bitter debate in the
Uh-huh.
8-year-old debate ground. Do you remember the counterexample, Ben?
I
Famous.
think so. Yeah, I think it's a crow, right? Eating the seed.
All the causes are there. There's water, there's soil, there's a seed, there's sunlight. The farmer's standing there, and then a crow sweeps down and grabs the seed and flies away. So that's, the proof that just because all the causes are present doesn't mean the result is present. So, disasters can happen. Weird things can happen. Stuff happens. Okay, shape at six
Yeah.
days. Yeah, even though it's a complete field with all that, yeah, it means gyuitsopa, right? The collection of its causes are present.
Yes.
If it's, yeah, Nukukigupata. Yeah, due to its connection with its potential, right? Due to its connection with its potential, it should be able to produce a result, right? A sprout, right? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's
I don't know. I didn't love, I don't know, come with change or something was sort of hard. Gyurwa Dangdrel.
um
I, f- I feel like I kind of understand, but I'm not sure how to phrase it.
relative
It's,
to the potential of the completeness of the causes shifting.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
something's still got to happen for
Yeah.
a sprout to happen.
The completeness of the causes can change. Okay. Something can happen.
Uh-huh.
Stuff can happen. Okay.
Right.
Nupagyur means the potential could shift. Okay. The
Uh-huh.
potential was crops could shift. If a
Uh-huh. Crow
crow
comes.
swoops down and
Yeah.
picks up. Okay. So it seems like an unfair example because if that's the case, that you'd have to list no crows nearby, then it's endless, you know. You'd have to say
Yeah.
no nuclear weapons in the next country and, you know, stuff like that. Okay.
I guess I took it as like like it still needs change as an element. Like it's almost another element needed in the list of ingredients is the seed actually changing, like transforming or like becoming a sprout. Like that part didn't happen yet. We still need that for the list of causes to be complete in a way. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
if I'm
it's just
understanding that.
I don't know what new kind of cause. I don't know what new kind of reason he's proposing, but it has to do with potential.
Hmm.
The potential for something to happen, and then he seems to be saying potential is too slippery. It can change too easily. So you can't say logically that corn is going to grow in that field because it has the potential to grow the corn. Too many things can happen. That's all. Yeah. Okay,
I
let's
guess
see what. Yeah.
I'm sorry, just a stylistic question.
Yeah.
Our commentator says over and over again, shepe tsikche, te, right? Or some formulation almost exactly like this with the verb to teach, to explain.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of struggling avoiding, right, what you would call the like cloying
Yeah.
tendency of saying these lines explain, these lines teach, these lines here are saying, and I'm not sure how to balance that, or if you have any thoughts on, I don't know, do you always repeat those lines or how you
Yeah, I do
massage
have
that?
thoughts because I'm working on, as you know, I'm working on Tsongkhapa's commentary to Chandakirti nowadays. And Chandakirti is careful to change the verb, and so is Tsongkhapa.
Hmm.
He will say
Hmm.
Shepa, B-Z-H-E-D. He will say Jokpa, G-R-A-G-S. He will say Sumba. He will say Serwa. He will say Demba. He
Uh-huh.
will mix it
Yeah,
up. And I
right.
think, and our author is not doing that. Now the question
No,
is,
no. Yeah.
as
Even
as a
here, look, he says 10 twice.
yeah. So
It's
as a translator, do you repeat the boring verb over and over again because he did, or do you try to make it sound a little better in the English? And I think as long as you don't go too far afield from the original meaning of the word,
Mhm.
I think it's
Mhm.
okay to use some different words.
Mhm.
And there are
Mhm.
many, many words you can use. And if you're interested, you could look at the last few pages of the translation by Tsongkhapa this morning, because they are really good at it. Chandakirti is really good at it, and Tsongkhapa is really good at it. He rarely uses the same verb.
Okay. And
And by
even
the way,
saying like these lines say or teach or
yeah,
explain, can I say like here sometimes or like
yeah,
instead of these lines?
You can use lots. Yeah. I would say you have freedom to not
Yeah.
make translation read in a cloying way or a boring way in English. Yeah. It's a
Cool.
little boring in Tibetan, but anyway. Okay.
Last little blurb here.
Okay.
And then I'm looking for victims. Let's see. Um, yeah, well, I mean, I guess we're maybe in studio. Should I grab someone there, or is that inconvenient?
No, I can grab somebody. You name A or B and name a number.
B7. Did I sink your battleship?
Oh, it sounds like Joe.
Cool.
I mean, there's only 5 rows, so he's in the 7th. It's only a tiny sentence, but we'll have to do more.
Yeah, good. Hi, Joe. Thank you.
Good. Stay and then stay, because Junyam.
Uh-huh.
Do the who? That I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead. I don't mind.
Dunam la tenpe so pangmi.
Yeah, good. So we're going to have some argument about, what do you call it? Tunyam means things happen at the same time. What do you call that? Simultaneity. Okay, there's going to be an argument which relies upon simultaneity. Okay?
Okay.
And now we go to my copy, right?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, here we go. Yeshe, Wangchuk, yay. Okay. 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 So Joe, you didn't get out of it.
Okay.
Hang on, let me get a bigger cursor here for my favorite person. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Shepe sikche sholoka nipode jepak nike na takni mkogo pama yinte gyu choje oki dretak
Nice.
dretak chik ba tenne muram
Yeah, Puram.
puram ki ronyang me engi
Pur.
pur sukchi make pe
Good.
nupadang pur sukta tewa tokpe jeta takni tepe cheer.
Okay, hang out here and we'll go through this, okay? So let's say the Chichen, okay? What's that? What we're
The
gonna
subject.
Thing we're going to talk about, okay, is Puram ki ro. Yeah, the flavor of some sugar cane.
Taste
Okay,
of sugar. Okay.
Puram ki ro. Nama, like the Puram ki ro at 3 o'clock. Okay, the previous Puram ki ro. The taste of sugar cane at 3 o'clock. Okay. Does it have the nupa?
The ability.
Yeah, does it have the potential of creating pur? And then pur is a very strange but common contraction for Buddha.
Uh-huh.
Okay, pur
Yes.
means Buddha. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So the previous does the sweet taste of a piece of sugar cane at 3 o'clock have the capacity or the potential to produce the visual appearance of the sugar cane at 3:15?
Oh.
Okay, that's tricky. I'll say it again. Does the taste of a piece of sugarcane at 3 o'clock have the capacity or the potential to produce the visual appearance of the sugarcane at 3:15?
Right. No, I guess I would say
The
not
audience here says
necessarily.
no.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Then if the bur suk tatawa, if the visual appearance of the sugarcane, okay,
Yeah.
could you have a perception of the visual appearance of the current, the 3:15? All right.
Mhm.
Can you deduce it from the taste of sugarcane at 3 o'clock?
I
Can
guess
you
not.
deduce that you'll be able to see sugarcane at 3:15 if you have a sweet taste in your mouth at 3 o'clock? Yeah.
I guess no, because a crow could fly into your mouth and take the sugarcane.
Yeah, okay, good. Good. That's all. That's the debate. Okay. Now let's go back and put it together. Shloka Nipo means what, Ben?
Second.
Both. Yeah, both. Both of these
Oh,
two.
I
Okay.
see.
And then he gives the Tibetan word for verse, which is sikche. And then he
And
gives the
shalom.
Sanskrit word for verse, which is really, listen, shloka. Shloka. It's not sholoka. Okay, it's shloka. But Tibetans pronounce it sholoka. Okay, all right. So let's take these two verses. All right. Jepa ni kena. In order to produce two jepaks.
Yeah, two deductive understandings.
Yeah, in order to produce two logical conclusions, it's mayin, gupa mayin, tak ni gu. You don't
have to put forward two reasons.
Yeah, you don't need two logical statements. One to prove that the taste of the sugarcane will be there at 3:15, and one to prove that the visual appearance of the sugarcane will be there at 3:15. Because if you can prove that there was a taste of sugarcane at 3 o'clock, that's enough to prove that there was the visual appearance of sugarcane at 3:15. The presence of the taste, the presence of the sweet taste of sugarcane at 3 o'clock is sufficient proof for two conclusions at 3:15. That at 3:15 there will be the taste
The
and there
taste
will be
and
the
the sight.
visual appearance of it. Because you couldn't have the taste without the stick there. Okay, that's what the other guy's saying. Some kinds of, you have to include in your list of good logic this weird kind of proof that can prove two different things from one thing. Okay, you can prove the color and the taste of the sugarcane from the presence of the taste of the sugarcane. Because how could you have the taste of the sugarcane at 3:15 without the stick? Makes sense, kind of. Yeah, so he's saying now you have to have a new kind of logic. You said three types of logic. Well, there's a fourth one. It's kind of like where the logical cause can expand by 3:15. Okay, got it. He wants a new kind of. And then, by the way, in this manner, there were logical schools of ancient India that said there were hundreds of logical reasons. Okay, and Dharmakirti is like, it all boils down to three. Yinte Chujepok. So what's Chujepok? Gyuchujepok.
Future JPO. It's a deduction based on a quality that's a cause.
Yeah, it's the inference that the inference of a cause. The inference of a cause. What? At 3 o'clock, we infer that there was present the cause of the appearance of the sugarcane at 3:15. There must have been something there at 3 o'clock that turned into the appearance of the sugarcane by 315. We can deduce that. You don't have to say, there was the taste of the sugar, and there was the color of the sugar, and there was a long thing, and there was a skinny thing. You don't have to say that. If you could taste it at 3 o'clock, we can assume there must have been the stick at 3 o'clock, okay? The other guy says, okay? Shinpoki J thought, why? So there must have been the color of the sugar cane at 3 o'clock. Why? Because it tasted good by 3:15.
I see.
Okay. Then,
Yes.
yeah. So Buramki Rongame Tengi Porsuk Chimakipe Nupa. Yeah. The taste of the sugar cane in the previous time had the capacity or the potential to create the visual appearance of the sugar cane at 3:15. Okay, that's all.
So we're using the one at 3:15 to prove the two at 3 o'clock. We're using the dre to prove
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
gu.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
because he wants to name this new type of logic Gyuchu Jipo, Gyuchu Jipak. The what do you call it? The presumption of a cause. Okay, the inference of a cause. Okay, the inference of something at 3 o'clock that created the appearance of the sugar cane at 3:15, and that gyuchi is the taste of the sugar cane. Okay, when Kramer up at the ceiling, you're in trouble. I'm just saying, you got this thing. All right, not that I would know. Okay, here's a easier clarification, and Joe's begging to read this last two.
Okay, Joe.
Notice, he was like poking me. Okay, you got that cursor here.
I don't know, I can do both. It's like
Yeah, fair enough.
Perna, Due, Takle, Meyopadang, Ushing, Ngurwa, Kepe, Nupa Yopar, Tope, Jepak, Nike, Wa Shino, She.
Yeah, good. She.
She.
Okay, good. Ben, translate. Bernard?
For example, using smoke as a reason, and from that, I guess the presence of fire and firewood transforming, changing.
Yeah, the capacity to produce a change in the firewood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that two things? Is that fire and the capacity and both fire from smoke? You're deducing two things, both the fire and the possibility or something, of the potential for firewood to be transformed.
From the presence of fire on the mountaintop, you are deducing that that something's there which had the capacity to create a transformation of the firewood.
And fire, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you see smoke on the mountain, there must also be something there which had the capacity to change the firewood.
Yes.
That's okay. Right?
Okay, yeah, it all seems fine.
Yeah, okay. And by the way, you can keep referring to fire with countless different words and descriptions. And the question is, does that constitute a fourth type of logical statement? And Dharmakirti says no. You can keep going on and say, oh, you're not only proving a fire with smoke, you're proving that something had the capacity to transform firewood. But then we say, well, why do you want to make that an additional valid reason, an additional type of valid reason? He says this is a valid reason where the result or the reason that's presented gives you the capacity to make an assumption about the subject. And we said, but that's what it's doing anyway. It was always doing. Why do you want to make a new category of logical reason? Okay.
Yeah.
He keeps wanting to expand the types of logical reasons. And we keep saying, look, that's included in the 3 that we gave you. Okay? Just
So he wants.
the ability
Sorry.
to reason out an additional quality of the cause from the result is just another version of result reason. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he wants it to be separate. And apparently that was something pre-Dharmakirti. Dignaga, pre-Dignaga. Yeah, these were things that were happening in the time of Dignaga. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Joe said he wants to retire.
Okay.
Joe is the next victim, though.
Let's do Earl on this happy day.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I'd like to announce that Mr. Earl Burney proposed this morning, Mr. Kramer.
I know. I'm so happy. Wow, look at that. Did she say yes before or after he looked like that?
And then everybody looked at me like I was creepy. You know? I don't know. Yeah, she said yeah. And she burst out in tears. We don't know what kind of tears.
Into a tiger, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all doing this tiger face thing. I'm sorry, Ben. Okay. Okay, you got that cursor. Here. Nipa.
Vipa Tarnangi, Kepar Yang Dak Tu Dupa Gakpa Gakpala,
Good.
Shendaki Kupe Taklak Dendu Tenpani.
Yeah, LD has a heavy what? Penis, Hangden. Yeah, okay. Stay here and we'll do some more. Nipa Tarnangi Kepar Yandata Dupa Gakpa. This is
weird.
that the quality of being Tarnang.
Yeah, a mistaken reason.
Yeah, the quality of being a mistaken reason means that good reasons should be, I'm sorry, the quality of being a mistaken reason should be added to the types of good reasons.
And we're cockpying that, denying it.
Okay? It's like what your kids would say, you know. I should eat some candy. Why? Because I like it. And then you say, well, that's a false reason because candy's bad for you. And they'll say, well, but that's still a good reason because it's a type of reasoning. Yeah. And we say, well, I admit it's a type of reasoning, but it's not a correct type of reasoning. He says, but it is a type of reasoning, Dad. He says, yeah, it is a type of reasoning. It's a wrong type of reasoning. Yeah, so there should be 4 types of correct reasoning. 3 good, 1 bad. Okay. That's what the guy's trying to say. And we're going to gakpa that idea. That we're going to block the idea that bad reasons should be included into the 3 types of good reasons. And then there'd be 4. Then to do that, shendaki gupe tak, the tak which is gupa by shendaks,
The reason which is put forward by other folk.
other parties.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, tak unfortunately can refer to reason, and tak can refer to an entire logical statement. Like it could be a paragraph long. Okay, reason could refer to the last part of a logical statement because you said so, or it could refer to the whole logical statement. Okay, unfortunately, that's the way it goes. So the translator is responsible to decide, are they talking about just the reason by itself, or are they talking about the entire syllogism? Okay, so tak, and then hangden, nasty term.
I don't know, it's like leftover, like, I don't know, has unwanted
Good. Yeah, hak means
implications.
extra, like hakton, vipassana, vipassana. Vipassana. Pasya means to see. Vi means extraordinarily. Okay? So here, hak is vi, then possessing extra special, Xuanzang den, possessing something extra special. Okay, and that's an ancient, very difficult expression for mistaken.
Mm.
Something extra is an ancient, and there are many logic terms like that, and you just have to learn them. I'm sorry. And by the way, when you get into the position of trying to translate these texts, you will understand why there's so many weird words used by the ancient translators, because they didn't have any choice. There's just hundreds of weird words. And then you got to finally just start making up words. So this word says excessive, and it means mistaken. And I will anticipate something and say that the excessive means outside the boundaries. And then you're going to have to, we're going to explore it now. He's going to help us with this strange word, excessive, which means a kind of mistaken logic. Okay. Cool?
Yes.
All right, here we go. And these are all arguments aimed at preventing the other guy from adding a fourth type of reasoning.
Correct reason.
Incorrect reasoning. We're like, hey, incorrect reasoning sucks. Why you want to include it? Okay. All right. Earl says he's in such a happy mood.
Yeah, me too.
I was thinking about the extra cake that he's gonna bring. My stepmother froze the cake for years, and we ate it like every anniversary. So I'm just saying. Okay, Shepe.
Shepe
Uh,
Sikche.
I'm sorry. I just want to say on that topic. Today is my 14th wedding anniversary. Geshe Michael married us. Jigmei sent us in our frozen cake piece to when we were in retreat, which we did partake of on the following year. And so it is an auspicious day indeed, and I'm just so very, very happy for you too.
My unofficial anniversary is 2 days from now. So anyway, okay. Shepe Sikche, keep going.
Sepe Sikche Shloka ni per le Gyepa Dang. Wangpo Wang
Tangwa.
Dang-
It's a
Tangwa.
silent V. Yeah.
Dangwa Lo Selwa Len de Chak Je Se Pe Po Popa
Pop.
Popa Jindu Gyama Sokpe Takle Drebu Pok Pa Lak Langden
Prinism. Hangden.
Langden
Yeah.
Gi Tensik Yin Par Tenpe Chi
Nice.
De Jupani.
Good. Okay. Ben. Sikche
Yeah.
Shloka Nipo.
Yeah, these two verses.
Yeah, good. And then I want to give you, I'm going to produce a doc for you. Hang on. Dungi mi dir chuchen, okay? Dungi mi dir chuchen. Dungi kangsak chuchen. Dungi kangsak chuchen. Take the kangsak in the dun.
The person in front of you?
Yeah, let's take the person standing in front of you. He or she is de chak dung demba.
They've got desire.
Yeah, and it's implied sexual desire. Okay, this person
Okay.
has sexual desire. Why? Their lu is gepa.
And they're I don't know, they're a big fella like me.
This gepa just means their body is healthy. This is in ancient
Oh.
India. Everybody was
Yeah, like
starving.
me. What do you mean? Yes,
They
right.
have a nice, healthy. It doesn't necessarily mean chubby. It just means healthy body. They have a
Cool.
very shining health, and
I should
their
say.
guapos are also tangwa.
Their faculties or something. Their powers. Yeah,
Are
sharp.
Yeah, and and their laws are selwa.
Their mind is clear.
Therefore, they must be having sex regularly. Okay,
Awesome.
go figure. I mean, maybe that's a ancient belief. You know, if you look, chipper, something must be going on. Okay.
Because he's whistling.
Yeah. Okay. And we say that Yumatsope tagle jebu pokpa. They have pakpa or pokpa. They have
Deduced
a jebu
a result.
from the reasoning of Gyus, which is matsopa.
Right. They're from an incomplete collection of causes.
Yeah, they've given a collection of causes which is not enough to draw the conclusion they did. Okay, they didn't mention smiling like a Cheshire cat. Okay, all right. So yeah, yumatsopa, not all the necessary ingredients are there, and they're making a conclusion about this person. Okay.
Yeah.
Therefore, that reason is called Hlang-den. And he's giving an example of Hlang-den. Extremely difficult word. It means excessive. Okay.
Okay.
And it means a wrong reason. And I take it, I had a little satori, maybe sometimes it refers to a reason for assuming the presence of something which is too much.
Yeah, right.
You're assuming extra things that are not reasonable. Plot.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, you're going too far. Yes, he's healthy. Yes, he's got a strong body. Yes, his eyes seem to be clear. His mind seems to be okay. That doesn't prove he's engaging in that activity. Okay?
Right.
So you have gone too far. You have drawn an extra conclusion, hangden, additional conclusion from insufficient evidence. Okay? So far, let's take it that way. I think he specifically pauses to give us a definition of hangden, and an explanation of the word hangden. But for now, I'll give you that one. Okay? Dense yinba, temperature. De dupani, what's that mean?
This proves that?
And now I'm going to give you a proof.
Yeah.
When he means
here comes the proof.
Yeah, now I'll prove it. Okay, it's too much to assume your conclusion from that evidence, and now I'm going to prove that to you. Okay. How are we doing on time? We got 2 minutes from now. Dr. Kramer will lead a discussion about how can you use this in your normal life. Okay. Ben, read this paragraph fast, and I'll translate it fast. Then we can.
Pepe sikche de perna, tuve dre hlakma chechen tse pa yinde, pe dre dang chuwa chiki nangdu tse par tsungbe chir shepa, shindu mitunchok la matongwa tsamgi tak matungwa mayembe chir shepao langdengi mingduni.
Nice. Okay, here we go. Shebet sikche de, and then he gave a verse. He gave a new verse, and he said, for example, chua means a pot. Okay. De hakma, chichen.
Yeah.
Let's consider
leftover rice?
the rest of the rice in a pot. Okay, this J means rice. It doesn't mean result. Okay, let's consider the rest of the rice sitting in the pot. It must be tsupa, which means cooked. It must be finished cooking. The rest of the rice in a pot must be cooked because some of the rice in the pot is cooked.
Okay.
Okay. Tsupe jebu dangtura chiki nangdu. That other rice that we haven't tested with our tongue yet must be well cooked, because in the same pot we detected some well cooked rice.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't check every part of the pot. Except for the chair. It should
Yeah.
be equally well cooked. So, okay.
Yes.
So, Mi tun chokla ma tongan samgi tak. Just because some part of it has not been detected in the opposite. Just because some
Okay.
part has not been detected in the opposite
Yes.
doesn't prove that your reasoning is unmistaken. Okay.
Right.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Making assumptions about the whole from a sample could be dangerous. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, that's all. He's talking
Yes.
about making assumptions from a sampling of a whole. Okay. Then he says, I'm going to give you Hang Dengi Mingden. Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
the
you guys
meaning
are-
of the word.
yeah. He says, maybe you guys are curious about this weird word for
Thanks.
excessive. So I thought I would show who's he. It's actually Dharmakirti. Dharmakirti says, you may be wondering why I use this weird word, excessive, to mean mistaken. And I'm gonna write a whole verse about it for you. Okay. What's the Hangden in this verse? I mean, maybe you can, maybe,
Oh,
yeah, maybe you guys can work on it. Okay.
yeah, great. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see the English cognates of the word for Hangden. Okay.
Great.
We have the Sanskrit.
Yes.
We have the Sanskrit for this text. Today, I reached the 7th chapter of, entering the middle way. The 6th chapter is the most, it's the most famous chapter in Buddhism. And it took 7 years. It took 7 years. And I got through it today and I reached the 7th chapter. And then I noticed there's no Sanskrit. And then I asked Aisha, where's the 7th chapter? She said, it's been found. And I said, wow, great. And then I said, can you send it to me? She said, they will not release it. The people who found it will not release it. So anyway, but we have it for this text, we have it for this text. Okay, before Ben leads the conversation, I want to do an advertisement.
Great.
Hey, Francisco, Marina, we got this. Okay, so Ben, I'm repeating an advertisement from Saturday, and if you were here, I'm sorry. So 30 years ago, me and John Brady, 30 years ago, we worked for almost 10 years on an entire protocol for saving a civilization. And it was an amazing exercise to imagine someone comes up to you and says, I'll give you all the resources you want. Can you save a civilization? And then we said, well, we'll make you a list. And that list is 1,000 pages long. And it's every single detail you would need to run ALL, to create ALL, to run it, and to finish in 800 years. It will take 800 years to save this civilization. And we wrote the outline. We wrote the battle plan, and we finished it. And then there were all these weird obstacles that we found an extremely rich person. Can I mention their name? Third richest person in the world. They agreed to pay for that, for publishing that plan, 1,000 copies, and we printed 1,000 copies. They all got lost in a car, and then some of them in another car was in an accident. And recently, we found 2 copies of this plan, and it has not changed in 35 years. It's still, every word of it is valid and correct. And it's an amazing document. Imagine the task of someone says, can you save a civilization if I pay for everything? And we're like, yeah. And we wrote this, and it's an extraordinary piece of literature. It's an outline to save a civilization. And we did it. And John Brady kicked ass and he finished it. So anyway, we found a copy, and I challenged Rosa. I said, we don't have the original plates. They even got destroyed with the car accidents and all that. We just have 2 copies of this book. Can you create an ebook? And she did. And then we'd like to give it away. Okay, it's free. So just go on, do this, what a QR code thing, and get it. And there are really dull parts of that, like the coding scheme, which is 100 pages long, you know, the rules for coding and text quality, stuff like that. But there are amazing science fiction parts of how to preserve this as a virtual reality or something. And it's amazing. And then there's a list of the 1,000 greatest books, which was our first target. Now we've input 15,000 finished, and we have 300,000 that we're working on. But the first 1,000 is the core of this civilization, and it's the most important literature in this world. And there's a complete list of the English names and the descriptions, which is extremely sexy. So anyway, it's free. Get a copy online. It's going up today. Okay, today is the first day it will be available. And please take it and spread it. Okay. Who is that? Oh, there.
All right, I guess we're going to attempt to have a discussion about practical applications of this class. I will tell you the rice thing happened to me this week. I'm stalling for a moment. You have to get good ideas, but I was making some brown rice and I ran out, and so I added some white rice, but they don't cook at the same speed. So it's true. You have to check the whole pot sometimes to make sure that the rice is done. Just because the white rice in the pot is done doesn't mean the brown rice in the pot is done. So that's an incredibly practical application.
And
Francisco,
I've learned what I've learned every 4 years, which is that don't believe polls.
Don't believe polls. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's not true that 50% of Americans want brown rice.
Yeah.
Francisco, were you raising your hand to say something? I hope so. I hear some shuffling, some rustling. No, okay. You've run off. Sharon, are you raising your hand to speak, or are you raising your hand to be recognized as a translator? Okay. Who's going to help me? You've got a studio full of people. I suppose, once again, it's important to remember just how difficult it is to use logic or logical understanding, and maybe to be careful not to give ourselves too much credit for what we think is logical unless we've done a lot of work into learning how to be logical. Being intelligent in this way is such a deep art. And just because you think you've been logical about something doesn't necessarily mean that you have been logical about something. And it seems to me like this book is a constant reminder to be cautious
Ben.
about the conclusions I come to. Yes.
Okay, I don't think can you hear me, Ben?
I feel as if I can. Can anyone hear me saying that I hear you?
Okay. It's Sarah. I don't know if you could see me. Hi.
Hi, congratulations, my
No,
friend.
no, no. Other Sarah. Other Sarah.
Oh, forget
Sorry.
it. Congratulations for just, just you being you, I think is a wonderful thing.
Sarah Cornswit. I should have clarified.
Awesome.
Yes.
It's nice to hear from you, to see you. Yes. Yeah, but reach over and pat the other Sarah on the back for me and give her a hug also, okay?
We're very happy for Sarah Blackburn.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so I have an idea about how to apply this to regular life, which is just a reminder, even like I think I can tend to think about karma self-existently. So, yeah.
Go ahead. Oh my God.
So, yeah, okay. So if I'm thinking of, like, I can even think about this path and the teachings and, think that all I have to do is create, if I have all of these causes in line, then surely I will get the result that I think is going to happen. But, a crow can come and take the seed. So, yeah, just a reminder to, like, if I'm self-existently thinking that if I move the furniture in the right ways and that is creating the causes for what I want, then there's still ignorance there. And yeah.
I think so. I think that's good. I think we have to always keep working and not just sit back and trust that we put all the causes in place already. There's more work to be done. Our seeds have to be not just planted, but nurtured, tended to. We need to be out there tending to the field of our hearts and making sure that we do our coffee meditations, that we are happy about the sweet things that we've done and the sweet things people around us have done. We can do great damage to the seeds in our heart, for example, by regretting some sweet thing that we've done, as opposed to being happy and reinforcing those seeds, not just doing something one time casually, but building up a strong habit of the sweet ways in which we take care of one another again and again, to get those seeds as deep in the ground and nurtured as we can. I think it's very wise, sir.
Do you want to say hi to the others? Never mind.
Yeah, sure. That's a great idea. Good. That's a practical application of us all being friends together. Hey, my friend. I'm so happy. You two are the best.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thanks, everyone. It's so beautiful to share in this with you. So, thanks. Hi. Hi, in TV land. Hi, everyone. Okay, I'm going to pass this on. Yeah.
Is it being passed to someone in particular, or? Yes. Great.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. About making assumptions about the whole. I found that a very compelling statement made tonight, and relating to how the Lord Buddha said that, unless you're me or someone like me, do not judge another, or you shall surely fall. And I feel that it's the great advice to refrain from meeting people as if we know the whole of who they are. I find that it's easy to get into judgments and ideas about what I think about the people that I've already met, or even the people I've never met. And so it's just really great advice to refrain from judging others, and to really meet people fresh and meet them in the moment as they appear to you in that moment with your fresh perception. And I think it'll save a lot of problems for the whole world if we were to do that with every single person we meet. So that's how I would practically apply that.
Thank you. That's wonderful. I think we're at that time. So in summary, as the Buddha said, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me, he didn't say that. I don't think he said that, but he may have. Juan Hasso, I saw you raising your hand to be promoted to be able to tell us about the world news. Are you now? There you are, looking alarmed at your computer screen.
Yay. Okay, so
turn off your microphone.
Already done. Already done.
Should I turn my mic on the computer?
Yeah, turn it off.
Off. Then, hola.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, what can I say? It has been incredible. Incredible. It surpassed all my expectations. It's unbelievable. And I want to thank everyone who made this possible, and most especially Geshe Michael. Thank you so much. You have helped us to be it's insane. And I have a feeling that the fun is just beginning. It's so wonderful, so beautiful, and so many experiences happened during this event. We are finishing the YSI Hatha Yoga Pradipika 4. I think many people can agree with me. It's like a whole adventure. It's like visiting a whole different world, universe, dimension, I don't know. And a lot of happened. I think we got to know each other. We got to spend time together. We got to make new friends, get to know new people. Many things happen between connection, between different communities, different, I don't know, groups in the world. And that was so beautiful. And I want to show you just a little sample of something. The other day, Rob Haggerty tells me through Lindsay, like, hey, there's gonna be something at my house. Alex Rivas told me, like, you know, we have a business meeting. And I just want to share with the audience a little bit of the beautiful scene that, a little taste of some of the things that happened. Could you be kind enough, able to show the video we prepared for everyone?
Yeah.
This is down on Greenbrook. This is the house of Rob Haggerty Jr., where a few friends from Mexico especially, we are all meeting to discuss about the possibilities of a new center in Guadalajara. So I'm arriving here to the meeting, and I'm gonna be reporting how this business meeting goes. But honestly, I'm seeing much more cars than I thought there would be, and people. So, wow, there's a lot of people. Business meeting. What? I thought it was a business meeting.
It is a business meeting. No, we all grew up in the same part of the United States.
That's crazy. I guess this is how Mexicans do business.
Now you know. If you want a Mexican to say yes, take it out for a little business meeting. They are gonna be much more open to talk about the details of the transactions and stuff. So it was wonderful. Thank you so much. And I want to also thank very dearly and especially to all the Wayside team. We have great news. I would like to invite you all, the Tigers, to come up here and to rejoice and celebrate with all of us that the special goals were achieved. Thank you. Okay, so this was the deal. You know, if certain, how to say this? If a certain amount of things were sold, then they agreed that they will celebrate by wearing the tiger's face. And we are so happy to say that the almost 19,000 mark was reached. So we want to congratulate them. Thank you so much for all this and Mexican. And I don't know if we can say that, but it's a great thing that you did it. And they are helping a lot of organizations. They are helping a lot of people. They are helping a lot of individuals in their personal life, including myself. Thank you, YSI, for existing. And congratulations. You all really opened my heart a lot, and the teachings and the practice. And thank you, Geshe Michael. So we got 641 people participating and contributing, and the total amount is 18,803. Also, in regards with the books, the wonderful books that you all and where is this master of the books? Thank you for producing the books. Okay, 3 people who, for some reason, decided to remain anonymous. They bought them in the auction, and it was 7,006 the first place, 6,900 the second place, and 2,300 the third place, with a total of 16,000 and something else. But thank you so much for participating. Make sure Errol is going to have a lot of coffee during the whole year, so don't worry about it, and we will talk to you soon again. Thank you always, Sai. Thank you very much.
Hey Juan, can I make a recommendation?
What's that?
Can those of us who made bids but didn't win, let's still donate to YSI?
Sure, super welcome to do that. I don't think I was going to say no to that. So if you still want to buy one of these books, you can do it for $599, right? So do it. They have a special signature and special important mark in it, so you can get one still. All right, and we'll be back with Wayside in a few more moments. But before we go back with them, I have a special person in the Tim Lowenhoff hiding in the back. Special news, because you may be wondering. Okay, now this was wonderful. Yeah, great. But now, what's next?
What do you mean, what's next?
What are we doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'll tell you. Actually, tonight. Where is the next business meeting, team?
Spotlight. So tonight, after we're done here, we're going to pack up all this stuff and go down to Phoenix, and we're flying out to Kyoto tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I have to give you a ride.
Yes, you do.
For the record, if you don't see me again, I was giving Tim a ride.
So, one of the things I wanted to mention, we have a really great program coming up starting on Sunday. But many of you already know about that, but there's something you don't know that's going to be happening. At the end of the program, we have a one-night extravaganza with a very famous Japanese woman named Marie Kondo. And she's going to be giving a presentation with Geshe Michael called Organize Your Mind, Organize Your World, where Geshe was going to talk about how to organize your inner world, and she's going to talk about how to organize your outer world.
And apparently that's important too.
Yes.
I'm getting to realize little by little, the outside is important too. Then I lose the paper, the tickets, the pens, the words, everything.
I'm not sure what to say to that.
Give me hope, give me hope.
I'll give you lots of hope. So at the end of the program, so many of you who aren't coming to Kyoto, this will be available online as a separate program after the Steps on the Path program finishes. And what's really cool about that program is that the director of that program, Sophie Chow, is some of the proceeds from that event are going to be going directly to the new upcoming 5 Houses program. So we're not going to talk too much about that, but the 5 houses that are coming up are kind of like 5 specialties that each one of you might have some kind of, you kind of have your inner calm, your inner like superpower. Like maybe you're interested in the classics, or maybe you're interested in meditation, or you're interested, in retreat. Maybe you're interested in the steps on the path, or maybe you're interested in, I don't know, you're interested in being a secret practitioner who works at a gas station, helping people in a very secret way. So she's going to be helping us start that program with the proceeds. And this is going to be an amazing event on December 7th, 6:30 p.m. Kyoto time. So whatever that translates into for you, we would really appreciate if you could come to that. And if you'd like to come to Kyoto as well, and we still have several tickets left, and you can also come online. So we're looking forward to seeing you. It's going to be the end of the Steps in the Path program, 14 years. And then we got some new stuff coming up next year.
And if I can make it over the ocean, I hope I see you there.
I hope you arrive too, Juan.
Yeah. I may have a delay.
Why?
I have a layover.
Oh, this guy's stopping in Hawaii. He's taking a vacation, he's leaving early. What's the business reason?
Pretty much waves and venues. Waves and venues.
Maybe you could find us a venue in Hawaii that we
Let's see.
maybe we can have a Steps in the Path program there.
That would be wonderful.
Cool.
Then I send you the, how's it? The travel expenses. Just joking. We'll talk again soon, but I would like to welcome Cornelia because she has a special message to close her with the wonderful YSI.
Are you going to sit with me? It's not the same without water.
Sure.
So much fun, this guy. I love it.
Please.
I'm up here just to say thank you, Geshe Michael. Starting YSI in 2004, and look what's happened. It's grown. I think in the 2000s, probably 600 people, maybe maximum, were coming to those courses. I don't know what we've got now, or maybe even less, but it's been huge around the world, and people have been sending me messages saying, I love it, I love the Hatha Yoga Pratipaka. Did I say Hatha Yoga Pratipaka? Yes, Geshe, thank you so much for reteaching these courses. Your hand is up for a good reason.
I mean, Rob Haggard was the host.
Oh, Rob's fault. Again. Anyway, Geshe, from all of us, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, and please stay with us. Don't stop teaching these classics of yoga. And we are really looking forward to February 6th to 10th, and back here in Sedona at the Poco Diablo, the Little Devil.
Can we show the...
Besides one, yes, besides one.
They're all there.
So please come.
Yeah.
What's the topic? It's the Bhagavad Gita? Oh, there are no retroflexes in that, that's awesome.
And we have a special video to show as a thank you for having come, and we hope you keep coming, please, and keep showing up. Thank you.
谢谢你，格西老师。
老师，感谢格西老师，愿您健康长寿，请继续教导我们。
格西老师，谢谢您。
谢谢你，格西老师。
谢谢你，格西麦克老师。
感恩格西老师，感恩您的大爱。
格西老师，
请
格西老师陪伴我们，
请
继续陪伴我们。
我是燕玲，
我是王华，来自中国吉林。
我是维嘉，来自吉林。
我叫彩勋，来自中国桂林。谢谢你教我们格西拉。
谢谢你教我们，格西老师，
谢谢格西老师，谢谢大家。
谢谢你教我们格西老师，请继续陪伴我们。
格西老师，请继续陪伴我们。格西老师，请继续陪伴我们。
格西老师，谢谢你继续陪伴我们。
最亲爱的格西老师，我是李春光，来自中国陕西西安。
麦克老师，谢谢您教我是来自中国深圳的李
谢谢您教我们格西老师，
亲爱的
继续陪伴我们。
我们生生世世都能跟随您学习智慧。
Thank you, our grandpa Gershi，
一直在我们的身边。
感恩格西老师，Dear Grandpa, please stay.
Wish you be
much healthier.
Thank you, Geshe. Please keep teaching. Please stay.
Thank you so much.
Gracias, Geshe Michael, por enseñarnos.
谢谢格西老师的教授。
谢谢格西老师，请继续教授我们瑜伽。
Спасибо, дорогой Geshe. Пожалуйста, оставайся с нами.
Thank you for teaching. We love you.
Thank you, Geshe Michael Roach.
Thank you so much, Geshe Michael. Please keep teaching us. Please stay.
Thank you, Geshe Michael. Please teach and please stay.
No, just last thing, of course, I was talking to some friends and I was telling them I don't like
much the good vibes. I like more like there is more to come vibes. So remember Bhagavad Gita coming up. Errol showed us a little bit about it and it sounds amazing. You really excite me about it. I'll be here February 6th to the 10th. See you there or? For the next translation class, where is Ford? Oh, sorry, yeah. Is your next turn?